makeup tutorial. If you want to know how to do it, follow along. Okay, so to start off your look, you're going to want to prime your lids. I used the Lorac Mini Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, which I then set with the color Cream in the Lorac Pro palette. The thing I like about the Lorac Pro palette is that it comes with a range of neutrals and shimmers, and it comes with the Lorac Mini Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, which I personally recommend. If you don't have an eye primer, don't freak. Just use a concealer and set it with powder. Any powder, doesn't matter. I would try and aim for a powder that's close to your skin tone. Now, it's always important to prime before you put any shadows onto your eyes because it will help keep the vibrancy of the shadows that you see when they're in condensed form when they transfer onto your eye, and it will help them last longer. So always prime before you do an eye makeup look. Next, you're going to want to use a mid-tone orange shade to place all over your lid. I used the color IOU from ColourPop's Low Key palette, which is from their newly released pressed eyeshadows range. I recommend it. It's very good payoff and it's pretty cheap, so there's not much to lose. I took a clean fluffy brush after laying that all over the lid, and I simply blended out the edges to make the color a little bit more seamless. You want to buff it out so it doesn't have any harsh lines on the eye. Really, what can make and break a makeup look is how well the eyeshadow is blended, so don't be afraid to take a little bit of extra time to do this. It'll really pull a look together. So next, I'm going to take a sparkly mauve color. I used a blush from the now discontinued Tarte collection, which was called the Tarte Starlet Makeup Vanity. The blush itself is called the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Starlet. I'm going to take that and I'm going to blend it into the crease, creating a V shape. Blend that well. Remember, blending is key. You want the colors to really mesh together and look like they have no edges and they are very seamless. I recommend using blushes for those hard to find eyeshadow colors like red and pink. That way you don't have to go out and buy a new color just for an eye look that you want to try. Blushes are a great way to really make up for that lack of diversity in eyeshadow colors. Okay, so next I'm going to dip into that same low-key ColourPop palette, and I'm going to use the color Crisscross, which is a burnt orange. And I'm just going to place that in the crease right below the mauve color that we just put on. You're going to want to use it to define the eyes. I also extended it into the outer third of the eye in order to really define that area as well. Okay, so moving on to some of the last steps of the look, we're going to take a champagne shimmer color. I used the color Take It Slow from the same ColourPop palette, and you're going to place that to highlight your brow bone. You can also put it into the inner corner of your eyes, as I do to Sami. It'll help make your eyes appear brighter and make you seem more awake. So right now, Sami is curling her eyelashes and putting on her Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. You're going to want to put that on your top lashes and your lower lashes. So right now, all Sami has on her face is Maybelline's Dream Fresh BB Cream, and she did her brows with the Ulta Duo Brow Powder. So moving on to the rest of the face, I used a peach blush shade with gold specks in it on Sami's cheeks. I deposited the color on the apples of her cheeks and then blended that color back. To figure out where the apples of your cheeks are, simply smile, and the roundest parts are the apples of your cheeks, so just place any blush there. The blush I used was from the discontinued Tarte collection I mentioned earlier, and it is called the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Glory. Now on to my favorite part of a makeup look, the highlight. To create a natural highlight, I used a cream highlighter on Sami's cheekbones. I recommend using a cream highlight for natural looks because it blends well into the skin, and the best way to buff it into the skin is with your fingers. Really cuts out the middleman of having to use a brush. The warmth of your fingers helps to diffuse it very well. Apply it to the tops of your face and to the center of your nose for a dewy look. The highlight I used was Milk Makeup's highlighter in Lit. To top off the look, Sami is applying NYX Cosmetics' Butter Gloss in Tiramisu, a tried and true color which looks very natural in several skin tones. You can use any other mid-tone pink lip gloss that suits your fancy. I simply chose this one because it delivers a high shine that paired well with the dewy skin. Thanks for watching. I hope that you guys will recreate this look. If not, I had a lot of fun just showing it to you. Thank you to Sami for being my model. Yeah. And have a nice day. Bye.